Don't cancel me with this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to talk about Pride Month in the NFL.
So excited!
And how several NFL teams did not do a statement, and even the NFL took and threatened to fine each team who did not do some type of Pride Month statement out there. We're going to talk about virtue signaling.
A long couple of years of tirelessly virtue signaling about different things. But I'm not going to slow down.
Forcing your opinions on others.
I don't know what it is, but I feel so much safer when people agree with me about the current thing.
Right? We're going to talk about it. Disclaimer. My special guest, Time Out with ARRIK. That's my dog, one of my best friends. We have mad love for any and all people. There's no homophobia going on here. It's mad love for everybody. But stick with us towards the end of the episode to hear his opinion, my opinion, and our thoughts on this, and why I think this is actually a bad idea.
Stop. Don't do that.
A very bad idea. So it was 12 teams did not do a post or something like that, ARRIK. Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you had 12 teams that they did not do a Pride Month dedication. Yeah, some people are like, hey, we're leaving woke out of this kind of thing. Now, because the NFL season is not happening right now, it's off season. That's why there's, unlike baseball and NBA, there's usually like some type of like Pride Night that they'll have sometime throughout the year. You know, my whole thing, the NFL has been notorious for kind of like flip-flopping when it comes to political issues. You know, 1 minute they're against Kaepernick, then they're for Kaepernick. Oh, but we're also showing that we're down with the troops and that we're over here. And it's just, I think sometimes when you try to appease everybody, you end up pushing more people away. And I'm a big freedom of speech guy. So whether I agree or disagree, I'm a big freedom of speech guy. For example, when Trump had lost the election, people had every single right to protest, not burn stuff down and be chaotic, every right to protest. And people with what's happening in LA with the ICE riots, peaceful protests, right? Of course, not burning stuff down and being an idiot. I don't support that. But people, and that's the opposite side of the spectrum, right? People have the right to take and show displeasure, right? When it comes to NFL, it's a business, right? And Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, he said, hey, I try not to take political sides because what happens is you're going to alienate a whole other demographic and they won't want to do business with you. And in my opinion, when you're glorifying it and making it look sexy and beautiful, that Pride Month is a beautiful thing. I don't think that's something that, you know, how young boys look up to NFL. I don't think that's a good thing. But also as well, we had, was it Carl Nassib? Was that the gay NFL player?
Yeah. Carl Nassib. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm going to let you take the mic here just a sec, ARRIK. But that dude was dope. Carl was a beast, man. And he was an openly gay man, but he was an amazing football player, dude. Like, we need edge help on the Dolphins. Are you still playing football, bro? Like, the dude can take and ball. I've talked about this before on my show. I played for New Mexico Highlands University. We got the flag. Oh, I don't want to rip it down, but yeah, it's right over here. Make my screen a little big here. New Mexico Highlands right here. And, you know, man, the year that we was there, man, I had two gay teammates. And, you know, they were dating, you know, they weren't open, but we knew, you know, but when you're out there bleeding with your brothers, those are your brothers. They may vote a different way. They may talk a different way, worship a different way, or even who they lay with may be completely different than you, but those are still your brothers. Right. You know, I come from a biblical aspect where I'm like, hey, I believe in traditional marriage between a man and a woman. But again, when people hear that, they automatically think, homophobia, you hate us. Ain't no hate. It's all love over here. But at the same time, the community that's so loving and accepting has been a terror to those who oppose them. You know what I mean? So, ARRIK, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think this is a good thing with the NFL? Do you think it should be forced on fans?
Forced, I think, is a strong word to use, but it definitely is being implemented across 24 of the 32 teams in the NFL. I think that it's very interesting to see how the times have changed because, like you said before, we know that the NFL, you know, we're both big freedom of speech guys, but I also want you to stand on what it is that you speak on. That's just me personally. So if you're going to implement that in the NFL space, which male dominant, it's going to have a fan base that is also male dominant, which it's going to have a lot of conversations that have probably been needed to be had for quite some time. How long has it been since you've been out of college?
16 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
this is,
Long time.
according to the NFL, this would be a new conversation as of the last 2 or 3 years, correct?
Yeah.
It's a conversation that locker rooms have been having for a while now. One of my older brothers, who I look up to as a good friend of mine, is also gay, and he played basketball with us.
Mhm.
We changed in the locker room talk, all of that. It's one of those conversations that a lot of locker rooms have had, but on a major scale, such as the NFL and national level, it has not been an open conversation. We remember how big of a fiasco it was that Michael Sam, the linebacker, had
Oh
come
yeah.
out,
For Missouri.
and they were just like, wow, like, this is the first time ever. And then, there were a couple of ex-players that were like, is it like I may not have been, have a parade for me, but I've always been what I am and who I am.
Right, right.
And my teammates treated me no different. Most of them had long careers. You know, you can't sit here and name each and every one because they didn't get promoted the same way that Michael Sam did.
Right, right.
But to
Yeah.
say that it's not there, we'd be lying. And I think the NFL wants to be inclusive when it comes to football talent, and we know the NFL, that they will overlook a lot of things that are
Yeah.
way worse in order to keep talent in the league.
Right. Now,
So go ahead.
yeah, so now my question is like what happens because we've had several players saying that hey, they will boycott. They will actually not go out on the field
Hmm.
if that is like force. I've heard it from several players already, right? It's been posted on Twitter about players not going, like literally just not playing.
Hmm.
And there's a large amount of evangelicals who
Okay.
played football.
Hmm.
Large amount, large amount. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Prayer before the games, prayer after the games, prayer when someone gets injury. That's a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
Um, Me personally, I think it's a very bad idea that the NFL goes down this route because what are we celebrating? We're celebrating how someone has sex.
And that's where I was going to go.
You
That
know
was
what I
going
mean?
to be
Like they're
my next step.
celebrating how
Right.
somebody what they do in the bedroom. Now, hey, in gay people's defense, there's straight people who are complete dirtbags, who are habitual rabbits. Tyreek Hill, Xavier Howard.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
we're
like
dropping names.
oh yeah, I'm dropping names, bro. I'm letting the clip go. You know what I mean? So like, there's that as well too. But there's not a month celebrating infidelity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and again, listen, I love, and again, like I mentioned, beginning of the episode, like man, everybody should be treated with dignity, respect. When I'm at a fan, I said when I'm at, sorry, when I'm at a stadium watching a football game,
Right.
and there's a gay couple next to me, I have no problem high fiving them. Hey, what's up, man? Where y'all from? Getting to know the human being, the person. But again, when you're forcing this like on the youth and make it look attractive and sexy and beautiful, and they're saying, oh, the NFL, that what was that thing that Des Bryant had posted on Twitter, like, oh, the NFL is gay and stuff like that,
Yes. Yes.
or retweeting something that the NFL had said. It's
He
just kind of like, man, like you can't put an orientation on football. It's just football,
and
and
that's the
it's for
thing.
all people. That's the thing, though. It's for all people. It's for
Yes.
everybody, gay or straight,
Yes.
Muslims, Christians, Jewish. It's for everybody to take and enjoy.
Hmm.
And nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like, what are we celebrating here? And is
In
it worth it when some of your biggest stars are not taking the field?
in being inclusive, you're actually isolating yourself
Mhm.
by doing so,
Right,
especially if your top players in the league are saying that they're going to boycott based on this campaign.
right.
I don't think that they would be boycotting if they just knew it in the isolated situations, and that's what it was. Because
Yeah,
just like you said, we're celebrating whom you have sex with.
yeah. That's
Why?
pretty much what it comes down to. And like there's laws in place protecting people. Like there should never be harassing, whether I agree or disagree on the marriage portion of it. You're still a human being. You still deserve respect. You just still deserve rights as well too. You
Hmm.
know, it's just you are like I know some I know some gay people where they're like, hey, what is it we're celebrating here? Why are we called heroes and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know
One
what I
of my
mean? And
best.
it's just
Yep.
like they're like frustrated even at their own community. Like
Hmm.
people just doing the absolute most, kind of thing. And then here comes the NFL, which is the NFL has the backbone of a jellyfish.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they will, if there's a new group that says, "Oh, we want to marry our pets." Oh, guys, this is I don't know, uh, pet lovers month. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
it sounds gross, but like literally, like when gay marriage was legalized, there were other groups. There was even a children's, again, not comparing
Got
anything
you. No,
at
I
all
got you.
whatsoever, but like there were, people who were PDF files. We'll call
Hmm.
them that, PDF files,
Hmm.
who were trying to legalize that in the Pacific Northwest. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So like there's just so much crazy, and we don't know what's the next thing that's going to get pushed by the agenda and the powers that be. You know what I mean? So that's the big issue. But again, everybody should be able to enjoy football. I have no problem with that. Much love to everybody. But yeah, y'all comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Eric, before we go, you have any other thoughts on this?
No, I mean, I think that you covered it, man. You said exactly what I was thinking as far as, what is it that we're celebrating here?
Yeah,
The game, let's keep the main thing and stick to sports.
yeah,
We are playing a
absolutely.
sport for competition. We are not doing anything else.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
let's get back to it.
Comment below. Do you agree, disagree? Love you all, man. See you on the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching another episode of The Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.